President Trump has announced that he has some major news coming in the next coming days, but guys, there is a very big chance that that major news actually has to do with crypto, and in specific this Genius Act of 2025. We will have a look into that. We are also going to have a look at Bitcoin, guys, because Bitcoin is just pumping together with altcoins. We are going to have a look at the Bitcoin dominance charts. I'm going to show you various other charts. So guys, let's jump straight into it, and let's start with the news, guys, that Trump has been announcing that something big is coming, some big announcements. It is possible that it is the Genius Act, and the Genius Act is actually an act which makes stablecoins legal if they are regulated by the United States government, by some oversight institutions, of course. So this is pretty bullish in the sense that there will be some regulatory framework coming for stablecoins, which will make it easier for companies basically to interact with it. Also probably easier for institutional investors to get in stablecoins, to get into crypto. So this is definitely bullish, but I definitely want to remind every single one of you as well that it is always the news is following the price. So don't be too much caught up in the news, because that means that we are too much caught up in the physical manifestations, which are the effects, because the price action of Bitcoin, guys, is already programmed. So it is good news, and it can definitely explain a little bit the hype coming back this week, and it explains a part of the adoption process, but it's not the cause of the price. It's not the cause of the price increase. So we got to be careful with it, because the more we are attached to the news, the more we are attached to these narratives, the more we are emotionally attached to these things. Well, we have to take a step back, and we just have to let it ride, basically, and also be able to make the right decisions at the right time. And we are not able to do that if we attach to ourselves too much to the bullish news and too much emotionally. Okay, guys, now I want to go to Bitcoin right here, and I just gotta be honest, guys, we have been bullish the whole time right here on the channel, right? I've been making community posts, I've been sharing videos where I'm only saying during this whole period that I just expect Bitcoin to go up. I just expect Bitcoin to go up. At first, we went a little bit down, that is true, but one thing that's really important to do right now is to reimagine how you felt during this period, because that is how you feel when we are in bottom territory. So the last couple of weeks, right, maybe even almost months, there was a lot of uncertainty. And if I would make bullish videos, a lot of comments would be extremely bearish, which is completely understandable, to be honest. But you have to, and what I'm trying to do with this, guys, you have to get an insight in your own emotional state, which is own emotional waves, because this is basically, in very simple terms, how the market works. Here you think like, yeah, we just go up and up and up and up. You're very bullish because you are used to the price getting up and up and up and up. Then the price corrects for a couple of months. Right here, the amount of posts that are bearish on Twitter and the amount of people that are pessimistic talking about bear markets and everything, it is insane. While if you just really zoom out, guys, you just have some consolidation right here. I mean, sideways movement. We have an upwards price movement. We have a correction. Then we have some sideways movement. But that sideways movement is still a higher low than right here. I mean, we traded in September 2024. We traded at roughly $50,000. And a couple of months later, we're trading at $75,000. That is a 50% increase from this low. And many people believe that we are in a bear market. So this is basically the psychological game that the market is playing with you, that I'm trying to make you aware of. Remember how you felt during this period, because we have just seen a rally from the lows till the high of 30%. And I gotta be honest, guys, I'm also in that emotional state. So during these times, crypto is just very boring, it's very difficult, you're often doubting, these thoughts go through your mind, hey, should I take a part of my portfolio out because it is already so down, right? What if it goes lower? These are very normal thoughts, but once you have these thoughts, for me personally, I can already feel like, oh, I have these bearish thoughts. That's probably a good sign the price will go up, because when I have these thoughts, the majority of the markets will have these thoughts. This is normally bottom thoughts that we are experiencing. And the opposite is, of course, when it is going up. But, okay, enough talking about psychological effect, which is very important and everyone should learn from this. But one very important thing right here, guys, is that the Bitcoin has just been holding very strong. So we had this correction, then we come up. But look, once we come up right here, we haven't really seen any correction. So we have here, pump, some sideways movement, pump. Not even sideways, but kind of like upwards movement, and now we're pumping again, and we're pumping through the golden ratio. So normally when this is like the start of a downtrend, you're going to see something like this. We have it down, then we bounce to the golden ratio, and then we go lower. So breaking above the golden ratio is actually pretty bullish for Bitcoin in terms of structure, because it increases the likelihood that this is not a retracement of this. And I gotta say that the strength of this pump doesn't really look like a retracement at all. So you can ignore for now all these later dates that are coming up, but these later dates are going to be very important dates for Bitcoin that we will talk about in due time. Then guys, we go to the Bitcoin dominance chart. This one we already have talked about, because we're just going up right here, we're breaking out, we're going to accelerate. I expected this to happen. I think that the Bitcoin dominance will rise just because the Bitcoin price will rise. So that doesn't mean that all altcoins will go down. It will mean that altcoins go up too. Right? But Bitcoin will grow faster. So Bitcoin will go like a rocket. Altcoins will go higher. They will grow, but not as fast as Bitcoin, which makes the Bitcoin dominance go up. And then eventually this will top maybe in August, maybe already a little bit earlier. Somewhere between now and August, I believe this one to top. And then just come down, and then we are going to see a lot of liquidity going to altcoins. And of course, guys, from the other YouTube channel, Colin Talks Crypto, he made an indicator with the global M2 money supply, and Bitcoin is just really following this. And on this chart, you can just basically very good see it. We have consolidation, pump, consolidation, pump, consolidation. Right now we're starting a pump again, but the amount of money supply, the amount of M2 money supply that has been seeing the increase is just insane. So we already surpassed the highs right here at 106,000 US dollars. Man, I'm not surprised, guys. I even said it multiple times. I think 130,000 by the end of July is actually very realistic and even probable for Bitcoin. So yeah, guys, I'm very bullish. Nothing has changed, and what we are seeing right now, the effect, right? We are seeing Bitcoin pumping. I mean, we have been talking about this. We shouldn't even be that surprised, but we can be happy, of course, but we shouldn't even be that surprised, because we have been talking about this already the whole time during this consolidation and during this correction. This is just part of the market ebb and flow. And like I said, Bitcoin is going to go way higher than the levels that we are going to go now. Altcoins are going to get major increases. I'm still positioned, and yeah, everything is still as it should be. Nothing has invalidated, for me personally, this bull market, except my own doubts while being active in these emotional states of the market, which luckily I can recognize and do not react on. Do not react on your own emotional state, because this is often the moment that you not make the best decisions. Emotional decisions are not often the best decisions, guys. Okay, guys, let me know what you think about the Bitcoin price. Are you happy it's pumping right now? Did you expect it as well? What are the altcoins doing? What do you think? is XLM going to go up this month as well? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you want to trade Bitcoin with this move, guys, I'm recommending 4 exchanges down below in the description. For everybody, there's an exchange. If you want a centralized exchange with KYC or without KYC, or you like decentralized exchanges, check the links in the comment or in the description down below. When you sign up on one of these exchanges, you will get a benefit, but you support the channel as well. Guys, thank you very much, and I'll see every single one of you in the next video. Bye bye.